Hi, in this tutorial we're going to look at how to use EdPuzzle to facilitate flipped lessons. Now, just to note, currently you can get 20 free videos in the free version, otherwise you'll have to upgrade, but that's enough for many people. You'll need to navigate to edpuzzle.com, so go there first. Once you're at EdPuzzle, you want to sign up for an account. So if you don't have one, sign up. If you already do, click Log In. Once you are in, you want to designate yourself as a teacher or student. In this case, choose Teacher, and then connect with Google. Logging into Google will allow you then to select your account, and then everything will be synced. You don't have to worry about another password. You will get an email verification that you'll have to go to. Click on the link in there just to verify your account. Then once you're in EdPuzzle, you will click on My Classes up in the top corner, and you will click to add a new class. And then of course you'll have to name it and save it. So save it by clicking Add Class. Once you've added your class, you do have an option to invite students, but you're probably not going to need this if you have your students log in with Google. It is there, however, as an option for yourself. If you do that, you will get a code or a link, and if you post a link like in Schoology and they click on it, then they would be invited to join the class. You're not really going to need to do that though with the way that we look at it today. So when we go in to begin our process, we're going to click on the content menu at the top. Then we will choose My Content. That gives you then the option to add new content. And when you click that Add Content button, 4 options show up. You can create a video, upload a video, assign a student project, or create a folder to organize videos within your project. The 2 most common are to create and upload. So upload would be if you created one and saved it on your desktop of your computer, for instance. Create a video allows you to grab them from YouTube or EdPuzzle or Khan Academy, places like that. So once you've selected your option, we'll just choose YouTube in this case as our video source. Then we would come up to the top and we can search. And if you already have your video and you have a link to it, you can paste the link right in there and hit enter to find it. But then once it comes up, click on your desired video. Again, if you went to YouTube and just got the share link yourself, that's the one that you could paste back in EdPuzzle. Then once you're in your video, you will see that sometimes other people have already created EdPuzzles from this video, and if that's the case, they'll be listed down here. You could click on one of those and then you could come over here and copy it and edit it to do your own version. If you're just going to take the default one, again you would click copy over here and edit. If you just want to use the one they have, you could just assign it straight from there and not change it at all. So let's pretend that we copied and edited it. Then we're in our video. We can pull these little red blades on the side to crop the beginning and end. Say maybe you only wanted 5 minutes of a 10-minute video. That allows you to trim it down. Then we would go into the video and hit play, watch the video, and when we're ready to add a question, we would pause it. So we pause and start down here. Once we pause, we're going to come up here and click on quizzes. Then we click on the little question mark down here that will pop up. Then we can come over here and choose our question type. So we can either do an open-ended question or a multiple choice or a comment. This is an open-ended question. I would then just type in my question and click save. Then a little continue button will pop up. I have to click that to continue on. My video will keep playing. I would pause it again when I get to another place. This case it's more of a multiple choice. Put in my question, my possible answers. Click the green check by the one that's the correct answer so it auto-corrects. And then if I do want to leave feedback for the student, I could click this little feedback button down here. It'll flip over the screen and then I can put a comment or something that the student would get if they choose this option. I could do that for the incorrect ones too, to give some formative feedback along the way. Another option is to add audio notes. They're little inserted audio clips inside the video. So in this case, if I pause here and click on audio notes, then I'll need to allow my microphone. But then I can click on this little microphone down here and record myself speaking. So let's say it was a math video and I like everything about it except for one step's a little different than I teach it. I could add this audio note here and then insert myself explaining to the student how I might want them to do that one part a little bit differently. So I interject myself into the video. I also have some options down here to delete those audio notes if I choose that I don't want them. Another option is a voiceover option. This basically allows you to narrate the entire video using somebody else's visuals but your voice. So this is a way to basically make it your own, but it does replace the audio with your own audio. Then you will want to make sure when you're finished you click Save and then Finish. And this will take you to a screen where you can assign it to a class. So if you're on the Assign a Class, you can just check one that you have. You can add due dates if you wish. I'm not going to in this case. Then choose if you want to prevent skipping, and if you want to turn on closed captions, then assign the video. Once that happens, you have some options over here on the right-hand side. The most common is to share it, but you could reset student progress if you want students to try again. You can download their grades or actually delete the assignment. We're going to share the assignment, and then you get a couple options. You get a public link that you could just link in Schoology, for instance, or you get an embed code, and we're going to go with that. So copy the code here, then go to Schoology, and we're going to add a page. Once you've added a page, put in your directions, and then I'd encourage you to put a series of X's. It's like X marks the spot. Then click on the bottom button on the right-hand side to take you into HTML mode. Now this can be a little intimidating, but that's why we put the X's in. So we know that the X is where we wanted our video. Highlight those X's and then paste in your code from EdPuzzle. So it's a Command V or Control V depending on which device you have. Then if you click on the top button again, you'll see there's a little placeholder that shows you that your EdPuzzle will be inserted there. When you click Save, it will be finished. When you go in to actually preview it, you will see the EdPuzzle embedded in your course. The students should basically be able to come in here and begin the assignment if they're already logged in, and notice I am up here. You can log out with this little button. If they are not logged in, they will simply choose Login with Google, and then that will add them to the class. So they don't even need that class join code. They will allow the permissions. If this happens where there's like a gray screen that pops up, just have them hit the refresh button up on their browser, and then that will bring up the EdPuzzle video. That does happen once in a while. Then they will click Start Assignment, and it will take them into the video where they will watch it, and it'll stop at those questions. They can do their feedback. They will submit each question as they answer them. They will click Continue once they see their answer just to confirm it. And then as a teacher, you can go back to EdPuzzle and go into your classes, and you will see all the activities for your class. And if you click on one of those activities, it will take you in and show you the student progress. So notice you can see how much somebody has watched, when they last watched it. If there was a grade, you'd see that. If they turned it in, things like that. It's good data. If you click on a student, you'll get even better data, which shows you their grade, how much of the video they actually watched, the correct responses, if it's not turned in. And down here, I really like this. It shows you that they watched this part of the video one time, but then they watched this last piece twice. So it shows you how many times they viewed a portion of the video. If you scroll down that page a little further, you will see that you have an opportunity to grade any of the open-ended questions. You click the check if it's right, the X if it's wrong, and then that will grade those. So EdPuzzle is a great way to hold students more accountable for watching videos in a flipped classroom environment. It also gives teachers valuable data regarding the time spent on the video and those initial comprehension checks. Of course, I probably don't even need to say this, but deeper learning, of course, will happen when students use the learned content to practice, create, or problem solve. These are just some initial checks to help hold a student accountable and help them begin to process the information. Another strategy is to embed this not in a page, but actually in an assignment, where maybe they go through the EdPuzzle, watch that, and then there's an assignment attached to it right away. Another strategy is when you go into Assign, there is an option to do Student Project. This actually assigns a project to the student for them to create their own EdPuzzle. So if you want to explore more, go to EdPuzzle, and there's an online PD section. Good luck learning.